Hello, everybody, and welcome. So today's course is about hygiene in hotels and restaurants. So as you know, hygiene is very important and needed in whether in hotels or restaurants, because as the sentence in the picture says, save lives, clean your hands. The more you are clean, the more you save your health, and as a result, you save also the others. So imagine with me that you keep hygiene, I keep hygiene, and everybody keeps hygiene. So we are going to have a hygienic and clean society and healthy citizens. So in this course, we will try to cover the tips and the circumstances, okay, where we have problems if we don't keep hygiene, the techniques we should follow as workers in hotels or restaurants. Maintaining personal hygiene in hotels industry. The concept of personal hygiene in hotels or restaurants. Personal hygiene is the most essential for every staff of the hotel industry. As per hotel terminology, the meaning of hygiene is prevention and destruction of harmful bacteria, which contaminate in various ways. A clean person is safe and stands the best chance of avoiding diseases. So as you know, if we keep ourselves clean, if we uh, keep hygiene, okay, as a way of life for us, we will of course try to avoid such diseases or illnesses or being contaminated by other bacteria or other viruses. And you can take this difficult time during the quarantine, which has been due to the coronavirus. So we should always keep uh, clean and hygienic, because the more we are hygiene and clean, the more we keep healthy, and we save lives of the others as well as ours. Most people carry some kinds of pathogenic bacteria within their body, and staffs have a responsibility to respect themselves and others by observing the highest standards of personal cleanliness to ensure that they do not contaminate others and the working environment. So when we speak about citizens in general and workers in particular, which you will be in the future, uh, if you are whether you are working in restaurant or in hotel, you should be or you should follow such tips to keep the working environment very intact and clean and genuine. These following tips will help you to be free from polluted substances. One, always wash your hands in the special wash hand basins. So whenever you get inside the working place, try to wash your hands as many times as possible, which is, as I said, very important, because sometimes bacteria stuck on our hands or on our skin in general without being aware of that. Two, use boiled water and disinfect soap. This should be not only in the working environment, I believe it must be existing in all the houses of all over the world. It's okay, we should have boiled water or hot water with disinfect soap, because soap, the more you the more you make kind of friction between your hands, the more bacteria are likely to be killed and consequently keep our bodies safe and sound. Three, use a clean nail brush to clean under nail. Ah, for the nails, it's very important, and you should be aware of that. For those who are not aware, that our nails absorb and contain a lot of bacteria and a lot of too much dirt if we keep them long. So try to keep your nails short so that you can keep clean and hygiene. Four, rub hands together thoroughly, then rinse under clean water. So you should, as I said, make kind of friction between your hands and wash very tactfully and very carefully and thoroughly. It's okay. 5. Dry hands thoroughly using a clean paper towel or hot air dryer. For the hair dryer, I think it exists everywhere when we speak about hotels or restaurants. So after you wash your hands, you've got two possibilities, either to dry them under the hot air dryer or make use of a towel, or the third possibility, which I believe is very functioning, which is to keep not always, but try to keep as much as possible a handkerchief in your hand, sorry, in your pocket, especially when you are maybe I'm talking about you, for example, as workers, you should keep that handkerchief in your pockets, and whenever you finish, you can put it away in the specific place. During your work, during your work hours, don't apply the following personal habits. There are some things we should avoid, during the workplace, which we are going to handle in details. Combing hair or putting makeup in the public areas. This is very terrible, in fact. For girls, even for boys, I'm telling you, and myself as well, don't try to make such silly acts that may put an end to our career, sometimes in very important places, or more professional. So try to make light makeup for girls at home, and for boys, try to comb your hair. If you would like to comb your hair, there's no problem, but don't comb that, or don't do that at workplace. 2. Coughing or sneezing openly in the public areas. If you want to cough or sneeze, try to get inside a specific place, like, I don't know, for example, bathroom, and try to sneeze or cough there. And after that, try to wash your face and your hands as well. Because sometimes when you sneeze, suppose you are okay, you've got bacteria, you are going to contaminate the others, and vice versa. You can be contaminated by the others. So always pay very particular attention. It's okay. 3. Picking nose or teeth or scratching head. This is really very terrible, in fact, which is very bad habit in Morocco, and I think all over the world. So at least when we are at the workplace, we should be professional and try to avoid picking our nose, because it's first impolite, and second, you can get some kind of diseases or bacteria from nowhere. Okay, nobody knows. Teeth. Sometimes you eat and you don't wash you don't wash your teeth afterwards, after a couple of hours, and the food that rottens between your teeth or in your mouth in general. I'm talking with you, including myself as well. It's okay, because I'm put also in some situations like these. So don't try to pick your teeth or scratch them, or your head. The reason why you shouldn't scratch your head, sometimes the bacteria comes from nowhere. Maybe biochemical or chemical products are there in the hotel or restaurants, and they get on your head. So try to avoid scratching your head unless you have shower. It's okay. 4. Smoking in the guest areas or public areas. This is totally forbidden. You are forbidden to smoke in the public areas or in the guest area, because that's impolite and not professional, in fact. Yeah. 5. Whipping hands in the uniform. Don't try to make to whip or to scratch in your uniform, because that's also impolite, and that also might cause you troubles with the bacteria, which are not seen with your own eyes. 6. Leaning or sitting on work areas. Try to avoid laying on the walls or leaning or sitting on the work areas. Uh, the hotel, for example, people come from different cultures, from different places. We don't know if they are clean and hygienic 100%. So suppose one of the contaminated people or somebody has a virus, and he sits on certain sofa, and right after he gets up or he stands up, you sit there. So you can imagine the situation, which we don't wish for anybody, by the way. So try to keep standing in the place where you work, and as I said, don't try to make full of yourself to lay on the others' places or others' stuffs. Seven, and finally, leaving rubbish and waste materials open. You eat biscuit or you eat sandwich or you eat whatever you eat after, okay, right away after you finish, try to put the garbage in the trash bin, which is dedicated for that reason. So try to pay particular attention to this idea, to this, okay, to this problem. Hands should be washed before processing the following works. Okay, you can see the below picture on the right. The waiter is holding a bottle of wine, I suppose, and a glass in his hand. So if the waiter is clean and hygienic and he cleans and washes his hands on a daily basis, and also the glasses or the glasswares and the bottle is clean, so plus hygienic and clean waiter plus hygienic and clean glasses, it equals safety and health. But if we have the opposite, for example, the waiter's hands are not clean and the glasses are clean, okay, the glass are clean, the waiter can contaminate the glass, and the person who is going to drink from that glass, he or she is going to be contaminated certainly, and vice versa. Suppose the waiter is clean, but the glasses are not. So as soon as he takes the glass, of course the bacteria are surrounding the glass. Okay, he is going to have troubles. So you should always put yourself in the place of the others to have to have this equation. Okay, and when you put yourself in the place of the others and you imagine the result of this equation, you and I and everybody else is going to keep healthy and clean and hygienic. Uh, and the proverb says prevention is better than the cure. Imagine for me it's the same situation before and during coronavirus. I think and I suppose that we could have less contaminated and infected people as well as the rate of death people. So we should pay very particular attention to these ideas and to these troubles. It's okay. How to develop a daily personal hygiene routine? There are certain tips to take into consideration, which are as follows. Taking shower every day. So I don't think I won't convince myself to tell you to take shower because okay, this is personal conviction, and I think that all of us, we should take shower every day. This way, we keep ourselves hygienic and clean. Two, changing socks and underclothing every day. Normally, we must do this on a daily basis because underclothing or underwears in general and socks also, they include millions of bacterium, but which we are not aware of. It's okay. Three, brushing teeth at least twice a day. For the teeth, it's important also to wash them, not only for health, but also it gives kind of a good picture and image to the guests and to your colleagues also if you are working, of course. Four, washing and keeping hair and bread neatly trimmed. Hair and braids. It's okay for girls and for boys also. As I said before, don't try to let your hair long because it's kind of impolite and unless if you take much care of it and it doesn't represent problem at the workplace. Five, and finally, keeping fingernails short and clean. Avoid using excessive amounts makeup and perfumes. Believe me, too much makeup and too much perfume, whether for boys or for girls, is not professional and is not really very efficient and it's not very good. It's okay, as simple as that. Try to be moderate. It's okay. Try to use the makeup as well as the perfume moderately, so as not to get attracted by the others. And also don't forget that you are at a workplace, not in a somewhere else. Waiters should always remember that maintaining personal hygiene is not only your job requirement, it rather benefits you in keeping yourself in sound health. So this is, I think, the conclusion for me, and I think for everybody listening to this course. The conclusion is that don't try to keep hygienic and clean to thinking how you might appear to the others, but think of yourself. Or if you don't think about yourself a lot, think about your society which needs you in the future. Okay, so pay particular attention to yourselves, please. Uh, Finally, you must inform your supervisor if you are suffering from a cold, sore throat, diarrhea, upset stomach, etc. Your supervisor will decide whether you should be on duty or not. Okay, this is very cool indeed. Sometimes you feel yourself you are not okay, so you should tell your supervisor. He might provide medical checkup so that you know what's the problem with you. And you are likely to get rest after you get recovered. You come back to your work. So this is the end for this course. Now we move to the part of the exercises.
Precinct. Officer Jones speaking.
Task
Hell, it was wild. I mean, really bizarre. Calm down, sir. Now, what do you want to report? Well, I'd like to report a UFO sighting. A what? What do you mean, what? An unidentified flying object. Wait, tell me exactly what you saw. Well, I was driving home from a party about 3 hours ago, so it was about 2 a.m. when I saw this bright light overhead. Okay, and then what happened? Oh, man. Well, it was out of this world. I stopped to watch the light when it disappeared behind a hill about a kilometer ahead of me. All right, then what? Well, I got back in my car and I started driving toward where the UFO landed. Now, how do you know it was a UFO? Perhaps you only saw the lights of an airplane. No. Or the headlights of an approaching car. No. Things like that happen, you know. Well, if it was that, how do you explain the beast? What do you mean, the beast? Okay, I kept driving for about 5 minutes when all of a sudden this giant, hairy creature jumped out in front of my car. Oh yeah? Then what? Well, then the beast picked up the front of my car and said, "Get out of the car, I'm taking you to my master." Something like that. Wow, a hairy alien who can speak English. Come on. I'm not making this up if that's what you're suggesting. Then, when I didn't get out of my car, the beast opened the car door, carried me on his shoulders to this round-shaped flying saucer, and well, that's when I woke up alongside the road. The beast must have knocked me out and left me there. Well, that's the best story I've heard all night, sir. Now, have you been taking any medication, drugs, or alcohol in the last 24 hours? You mentioned you went to a party. What? Well, I did have a few beers, but I'm telling the truth. Okay. We have a great therapist that deals with these kind of cases. I'm not crazy. Well, we'll look into your story. Thank you. You went to a party. What? Well, I did have a few beers, but I'm telling the truth. Okay. We have a great therapist that deals with these kind of cases. I'm not crazy. Well, we'll look into your story. Thank you.
Okay, so this is the record. Try to choose the correct answer from 1 to 5. The second task, which is about written, it is divided as usual into tasks. The first one, you are required to paraphrase the course, and two, what could be some problems if there is lack of hygiene in hotels or restaurants? What do you believe are going to be the problems and troubles if we don't keep hygienic? So this is the end. Please take much care of yourselves and pay particular attention to your health. I wish you the best of luck.